Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Izek Shomof. Welcome to my garage. Let me show you around, guys. First of all, let's start by that little mechanic shop that we have over here. We got an on-site mechanic and he constantly repairing any car that needs minor repair. Yeah, we are working on that 55 Chevy pickup and the 49 Gypster and the 47 MG right there. This hangar, we have approximately, I think, about 40 or 45 cars. All in all, we have about 85 cars. We have the European collection of ours. It's in our basement down there in Beverly Hills. And over here, we got mostly the American muscle cars. Who does not like American muscle? But especially, why do I love American muscle? It's because from a very young age, I'm a kid, you can tell by my accent, a kid from Israel. I immigrated to America many years ago. And as a child, in Israel, I was watching the American movies and I was obsessed with the American cars. So when I got here, started succeeding in life and started collecting cars. So I'm doing it for the past 30-something years, picking me up American muscle collections. We got here the 1966 Carroll Shelby one. We got it about 15 years ago. Very powerful, 427 engine. And then we got here the 1969 Dodge Charger 454 engine, 6-pack, 6 carburetors. And over here we got the 71 CUDA. And next to it we have the 1970 CUDA. I love CUDAs, they're good cars, very powerful. And they look good together too. I got over here the 1967 Camaro convertible. And right here we got the 63 T-Bird. And right next to it we got a 55 T-Bird. As you can see right in the side of the T-Bird, we have the DeLorean, 1981 DeLorean. That is a 1958 Corvette, all original, beautiful car. 54 Corvette, all original. I've got a Corvette here, 1967, 427, beautiful car, all original. That is a convertible here, as you can see here, Stingray, hardtop. And next to it, it's a 69 Corvette. At the age of 16, I got me my second car, not my first car. My first car was a Trans Am. But the second car I got is the 74 Corvette right here. So ever since I got my first Corvette back in 1975, I started being obsessed with Corvettes. So I started collecting more Corvettes. That is my special Corvette. The reason that burgundy Corvette is my so special Corvette is due to the 1980, 4 years later after I got, or 5 years later after I got that car, I met a beautiful woman. She drove into I had a body shop back then. As a young guy, I had a body shop. She drove into my shop, flirted with her, taking her to a date. So my first date with that woman is in that Corvette. And that woman ended up being my wife. For the past 43 years, we've been married together. We have 5 kids now. So that's why that Corvette is so special to me. We go in here and we have some of those hot rods, 1932. That is a very special hot rod right here. It was custom built by Nigel. I forgot, we have all the record on this guy who built it. Very, very interesting car. And then we have another 32, most of them are 1932 hot rods. And this is 37. And then we got the Mustangs over here. That is the Mustang section here. 1966 convertible, another 66 convertible. We have a 1969 Mustang 351. And next to it is a 1969 Shelby. And right here next to it, we have the 71 Mach 1 Mustang. Again, American muscle cars, which I very much love. And Mustangs, it is the true American muscle. And then the Studebaker, 55 Studebaker and 55 Chevy Bel Air. It's a cool car, beautiful car, drives well. I saw it, I love the colors in it. Good history behind it, got attracted to it and bought it. Sometime in the back of that 55 Chevy Bel Air, the back seat is so huge. I'm sitting over there with my laptop and doing emails right in the back of that Chevy Bel Air.
So out of all the cars here, you have the newest one here.
That is, that used to be with the collection of the Ferraris and the McLarens and all that stuff. I used to park it right there. It's a limited edition, very beautiful Viper. It's American car, so I said it belongs with the American muscle. That is the latest American muscle car. Almost no mileage. We got maybe 1,000 miles on it. We got over here 1969, I believe, Fiat Berta. Very special, very fast car, 2-cylinder, very, very powerful, believe it or not. When you're driving it, you feel like you're riding a motorcycle. Very powerful, very light, very cool car. You know, I go to the Guten auctions and Mikem auctions. Once a year, we go to Monterey, and I have seen it, liked it, and said that's something that belongs in my garage. I built me up a motorcycle right there. If you're interested to see that motorcycle, just build it up. This one here, it's a brand new Indian motorcycle that I purchased it about a year ago, sent it to a custom builder in Vegas, and built it out for me in my shape. The license plates that I have from all over the United States of America, I got one Israeli license plate, and I had to have it. I had to have it because, after all, I'm an Israeli as much as I'm an American. I went and I got me an Israeli car that Israel was building them back in the 60s. And back in the 60s, Israel was only a 20-year-old country. And they started building their own cars. So I was so amazed that Israel was able to build a car in the 1960s. And I went and I bought me a car from Israel. I bought it over here, it's in my other garage. And I basically rebuilt the whole car. And that license plate belongs to that car. It's a 1966, it calls Susita. That's the name of the car, Susita. And they're no longer making them. It's a car that Israel was able to build. And I'm saying hallelujah for it. As much as I love cars and collect cars, I collect a lot of historical stuff too. So that sign up here, it's a sign that was hung in one of my buildings in downtown LA. That is a 110-year-old sign. The building is 110-year-old, and this is a 110-year-old sign. I took it out of the building, I refurbished it, and there was a huge tree was covering the sign, and the city would not allow me to cut down the tree. So I said, that sign probably belonged in my backyard, so I bought it right here next to the hangar. Beautiful, I think 1905 or so. As we walk up here, that is our house here that we live. That's a weekend house. We are working on finishing up a huge, beautiful wine cellar here. We're not done yet. It's under construction, almost completing it. 14,000 bottle wine cellar, right there. But I'll take you to show you my 1920s car. 1920s. Yeah, I have some collection over there. This is my inside of my house here. I got a 1919 Harley, cool, all original. Every piece on that bike is original. And this is a racer, another Harley, 1918 or 19 racer. And this is an Indian racer. Again, 1918 or 19. Every piece on that bike is all original. Again, I am always, ever since a young age, I'm riding motorcycles, and I collect classic cars, I collect classic scale motorcycles, everything old and vintage, I collect, I love them. See that door over here? This is a 120-year-old door from Paris. We got it cheap from Paris, and I literally built a house around the door, not the door for the house. That's what's so unique about that door. You know, you said this is history. That's many years old door, and they took it out of building in Paris, and I ended up buying it. Here I got my more of the 1920s and 30s cars. Look at that beauty, that 1931, I call it Diamond. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the Diamond truck. A few years ago, again, went to the auction, seen it, loved it, and I said that truck belongs in my collection. Same thing with that Chevy. That is a 1932 Chevy, and that is a 1931 Pontiac. And then again, we got the 29 fire truck. And on that side here, I have that little Susita, that Israeli car that I'd like to show you guys. Yeah, this is an old REO. That's REO stands for Oldsmobile. That's part of Three Partners. So that's one of the first Oldsmobile cars. And this is an old tanker that used to bring oil to gas station back in the 20s. And over here we got 57 Beetle. And that is my Israeli car that I bought from Israel, the Susita. They made them for peanuts. I mean, they were selling them to the people for maybe 2,000 liras of Israel money back then in the heyday. People were buying them. That's what you used to see in Israel in the 60s. I was a kid. I was maybe 6, 7 years old when they came out. But I remember every family had one of those. Cool car. Check the inside of it. It's a nice family car. So I redid the whole upholstery, I redid the whole bodywork. I got a little version of it too. Thank you, Peterson Museum, for coming to see our collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.